Bring the hay in. Once you get the trees removed, bring the hay in. We like to use big round bales because we have a bale unroller that goes on our four-wheeler. So I have an ATV. I've got a bale unroller on the back. I built it. We sell them. They're called the Greg Judy bale unroller. And I can unroll a 12 to 1,500 pound net wrap bale with my ATV. So now I'm going through what used to be timber. Okay? I've left my good trees. And folks, what you're doing is when you convert timberland to silvopasture, you got to remember in timber, unmanaged timber, that is a fungal dominated area. What's fungal? Well, fungal is toadstools, mushrooms, moss, trees. Okay? We want to grow grass in that area. Well, you're not going to do it until you bring in a bacteria source. The bacteria source is hay. So you bring in the bacteria, you unrolling it through that previous fungal environment, you bring the cows in and let them come in and eat that. And you want to pencil in about 30% waste, if you want to call it waste. I don't call it waste. I'm feeding the soil 30% of that carbon. I've taken, in 1 year, you can take a solid leaf-covered forest, and that next spring you're going to see grass coming up in there. And then the next year it's going to get thicker. And the next year it's going to get thicker. And pretty soon, boom, you've got grass. But folks, you got to get your trees spaced far enough apart that when the sun comes up and comes down between those trees, it can get to the forest floor. If you got your trees too close together, you're never going to grow any grass under them. And that's because in the fall, that first of all, they can't get any sunlight. And in the fall, you're dropping way too many leaves. And the leaves, fungal. So get your bacteria source, the hay, unroll it, bring your cows in, lock them in there. Lock them in there with poly wire. Get them in there tight. Let them beat that hay up, poop and pee on it, lay on it, step on it. And their feet are chewing up those oak leaves at the same time, breaking them down. And pretty soon you're going to have an explosion of earthworms show up. Then you're off and running. That's how we do our silvopasture areas. So if you got an old place, it's got a lot on there. Start at one area, do a good job on that area. Okay, don't try and do the whole 5 acres at once. Start here on half an acre. Maybe take a piece of twine and lay that out where everything within that twine you're going to work on. Do a good job on that. And you may get tired and take a week off and come back and hit it again. But don't be hopscotching all over. Get this part done. Then move forward. And you're going to have pasture. You're going to have pasture behind you. That's what you're going to have. So, yeah, make it pay. If I'm going to feed hay, I have a rhyme. If you're going to make hay, make it pay. If you're going to feed hay, make it pay. I hate feeding hay. But if I know my hay's going to grow me more grass the next year because I'm rolling it out on top of the ground and the cows are defecating that and trampling it on the ground, sign me up. I'll do it every time because there's $45 of nutrients in every big 1,200 pound net wrap bale. $45. That's what it is if you had to go buy it. Get it out there on the land. Don't put it in a bale ring. That's stupid. Putting it in a bale ring doesn't make any sense. Get it unrolled out on the landscape. You grow some grass.